Welcome to the explainer. Have you ever had that feeling, that your emotions are just running the show? Well, today we're going to break down an idea that says you might be right, just not in the way you think.
So, we're diving into a really fascinating framework from Dr. Michael Lukens' book, The Physics of Emotioning. And let me tell you, this is a big one. It might actually change how you see your own feelings and what really motivates you.
Here's how we'll break it down. First, we'll bust a huge myth about feelings. Then, we'll get into this new concept called emotioning. After that, we'll look at its 9 core parts, and finally, we'll see how this idea of unfinished business is probably shaping your life right now. All right, let's jump in.
Okay, let's get right into it with an idea that really challenges something most of us just take for granted. So, here's the question. Are feelings and emotions the same thing? I mean, we all do it, right? We use the words interchangeably. I feel angry or I am angry like they're one and the same. But according to this framework, that's a huge misunderstanding, and it's a really important one.
Think about it like this. A feeling? That's just the little warning light on your car's dashboard. It's a signal. Important, for sure, but it's not the whole story. Emotioning, on the other hand, isn't the light. It's the entire engine. It's the whole process that's actually driving the car. The feeling just lets you know that the engine is running. So if our feelings are just the indicator lights on the dash, then what in the world is this engine? What is emotioning, really? So here's how Dr. Lukens defines it, and it's actually pretty simple. Emotioning, let's call it E, is the process that connects the meaning you give to something, M, with the action you take, A. That's it. It's the bridge between what something means to you and what you actually go and do about it. And this is the absolute key. A feeling is basically just evidence that an action program is already running, that it's mid-circuit. It's started, but it hasn't finished its job yet. You know that knot of anxiety you get in your stomach? Well, according to this, it's not just some random feeling. It's the physical proof of an active program that's trying to get something done. So, what are these action programs we keep talking about? Well, the framework breaks down all of our emotioning into 9 basic building blocks that every single one of us has. It suggests there are just 9 of these atomic programs, kind of like the primary colors of our motivation. You've got 6 that deal with problems and threats: fear, anger, sadness, disgust, guilt, and shame. And then you have 3 that drive us toward good things: interest, desire, and joy. These 9 simple programs are the building blocks for every single complex thing we do. And you can see here just how much bigger this is than just a feeling. Each one is a complete package deal with a built-in action and a really clear goal. Fear, for instance, isn't just feeling scared. It's the program to move away from a threat so you can find safety. Anger isn't just being mad. It's the program to move against an obstacle so you can conquer it. See? At their core, they are all about action. And what's so cool is that all 9 of those programs boil down to just 3 super simple directions. That's it. Every single thing we do is basically about moving toward something we want, moving away from something that scares us, or moving against something that's in our way. Okay, so this brings us to the final part. And honestly, this might be the most useful bit. What happens when one of these action programs starts up, but it doesn't actually finish its job?
Well, that creates something called an incompletion. It's an emotioning circuit that got switched on, but it's stuck open because whatever you did wasn't enough to get the job done. It's exactly like a program on your computer that you opened, but now it's just stuck running in the background, hogging all your memory and slowing everything else down.
And these incompletions, well, they're the real reason we have what we call moods. A mood isn't some mysterious fog that just rolls in. It's just a stalled-out emotioning program. That lingering irritability or that low-grade sadness you can't seem to shake, that's the signal of an unfinished program that's just bleeding into everything else you do. Let's make this super concrete. Imagine someone suffers a huge loss that kicks on the sadness program. But for whatever reason, they don't fully achieve the goal of grieving and finding comfort.
That creates an incompletion circuit that just keeps running in the background. And that's what shows up as what we call a persistent, low-level, depressed mood that just colors their whole world. This completely reframes how we think about the stuff. Anxiety isn't just some vague illness. It's perduring fear, a safety-seeking program that is stuck in an on loop because the threat is never seen as resolved. And depression? It's perduring sadness or anger, a program to recover a loss that has stalled out, completely bankrupting you of the energy you need for anything else. So the whole idea is to stop seeing your feelings as these passive things that happen to you. Instead, see them as signals for intelligent, active programs that are trying to get a job done. And that leaves us with a really big question we should all probably ask ourselves. What action programs are running your life right now, and what job are they still trying to finish?